The single mother had just returned home when she was shocked to discover a strange man had broken in, and before she could even ask what he wanted, he hurriedly closed all the doors and windows in her house. Sarah was terrified, but her first instinct was to rush her children into their room, then summon the courage to face the intruder. The man leaned by the window, pulling the curtain slightly open to peek outside. It was obvious he was hiding from someone. He didn't care about the panicked Sarah standing nearby. Instead, he wandered around her house on his own before leaving not long after. Sarah hadn't even processed what was going on. She thought the crisis was over, but to her horror, the man returned later that night and threatened her to open the door. Afraid to anger him, Sarah did as he said. Luckily, he didn't harm her, but rushed straight into the bathroom, where he dug into the cabinet above the bathtub and pulled out a bag filled with packets of white powder. It turned out this man was Mike, the local drug dealer. Earlier that day, he had deliberately crashed his car into a rival dealer's vehicle, and while they were injured, stole their stash to refill his own supply. Sarah immediately recognized the powder as drugs. Her husband had recently died under mysterious circumstances, and she couldn't let her children lose her too, so she begged the man to take the drugs and leave. She wanted no part in it. But Mike clearly had no intention of making things easy. Now that he was being hunted, returning to his old hideouts would only expose him. His enemies were scouring the town for him, but they would never suspect he was hiding in the home of a seemingly ordinary single mother. Mike had set his sights on Sarah, planning to use her house as a temporary hideout, even promising to cut her in on some of the profits. Sarah might have been short on money, but she knew the difference between the kind of money she could take and the kind she couldn't. She told him she didn't want any of it and only wanted him gone. But clearly, Mike had overestimated a drug dealer's morals and patience.
That's the way it's gonna be.